A judge has rejected a plea deal for a former funeral homeowner accused of mishandling nearly 200 remains.
Families spoke out against the deal for Carie Hallford, who was facing up to 15 years in state prison. Hallford and her husband, John, are now expected to go on trial in the case next year. 9 News reporter Carie Hallford explains what this means for the case.
Yeah, you'll remember this one. This is one of those funeral home cases in Colorado that sparked national outrage and changes in local regulation. Today, a judge rejected a plea deal for Carie Hallford, who was going to face up to 15 years in prison. Families said that was not nearly enough. So to catch you up to speed here, this is the Return to Nature funeral home case out of Penrose, owned by John and Carie Hallford. 2 years ago, 190 human remains were found in that funeral home. The owners were accused of neglecting those remains and then scamming grieving families. They are accused of taking their money and giving them bogus cremated remains, sometimes that were actually bags of dry concrete. The couple is also accused of scamming the U.S. government out of COVID relief dollars and have already pleaded guilty in federal court. But on the state level, they also face nearly 200 charges. The families of people found in the funeral home were angry at that plea deal for Carie Hallford, saying this was not justice. A judge sided with those families today and rejected the plea deal, just like he did with her husband earlier this year.
This crime is more than what the plea was set in place, and that speaks volumes to us family members, especially those who are unidentified. I know that they want justice as well, and 20 years was just not going to do it.
And with this rejected plea deal, John and Carie Hallford are now expected to go to trial next year. And if convicted on the 190 state charges they face, they could face well more than 20 years behind bars. John Hallford is already serving 20 years for pleading guilty in federal court. Carie will be sentenced on the federal level next month. Kim, back to you.
Yeah. I think she divorced him,
Yes,
tried to change her name.
She did.
I mean, this sounds like, trying to get a better deal for herself, to be fair.
Yeah.
And it sounds like the judge isn't having that. Like, make them both go on trial.
And she claims that she wasn't inside the building a lot, but she was the face of the funeral home. She was the one talking to grieving families, apparently making these deals.
So she was aware of what was happening.
Yeah.
All right.
Clearly.
Thank you, Jeremy.